Welcome to Strategy Saturday. I'm Charles Carillo, and today we're going to be discussing what tasks you should outsource when self-managing real estate. So it's important, first off, to realize that it's going to cost you money to outsource. And when you're outsourcing, tasks are not going to run smoothly from the beginning. You need to invest time training the new hires. I was told years ago to plan on spending 30 hours to train and fine-tune a task that takes only an hour. And maybe that's a little overkill, but it shows you how much time you need to invest for a new task to be offloaded off your plate. When you're looking to purchase a property, you should have some team already in place, and some of them you're going to utilize when managing the property as well. So a broker that specializes in working with investors in your area and with the size properties you're focusing on. Second is lenders and mortgage brokers handling loans that cover the spectrum of properties you are focusing on. A real estate attorney, preferably one that handles evictions as well. Inspectors, contractors, construction, electrician, roofing, plumbing, HVAC, and a title company. After you've purchased a property, you're going to want to start putting together your management team. And landscaping is probably the easiest to outsource. And how I would find them is see who neighboring landlords are using and speak to them. And there's a little difference depending on where you are in the country of if you're looking for landscaping just for, say, grass and hedges versus snow removal as well. So when you're doing grass, having grass cut and hedges cut, when you're looking for someone, if they're supposed to be there every Friday and they come, say, on Sunday, you're not going to have a problem if your grass is cut in 9 days versus 7 days. However, with snow, if it snows on Friday and they don't come until Sunday, that can be a huge problem because snow and ice are huge litigation headaches when it comes to owning rental property. I've lost insurance companies before because someone has slipped on ice at one of our properties. They didn't even live there and they slipped on ice. And after the claim was paid, the insurance company dropped us on renewal. So it's not just what cost goes out of your pocket. It's also the hassle with how long it takes you to reinsure a property and try to reinsure it for the same rate. So it's very important to know that when you're dealing with snow and ice that you're getting someone that's licensed and insured to do that. Other tasks that you can have the landscaper do other than just grass and snow is handling fall and spring cleanup. That's a huge thing, and it's a huge weight off your plate. Janitorial or cleaning, and this is another thing that you want to outsource right away. Cleaning common areas regularly, and depending on the size of property, large complexes, this is probably done every day, and smaller complexes, this is probably done every month. And cleaning of apartments during a turn. And what I feel is the most important person when you're self-managing that you need is the handyman, reliable handyman. And they are going to be handling all types of small repairs around your complex, from plumbing clogs, minor leaks, replacing fixtures, handling and turning apartments, minus the cleaning. You'll have the cleaning people do that. Painting, repair damaged walls. And these are all tasks that you will need a good handyman for. And in most places, sometimes it's going to be an emergency. So you need someone that's also available, not someone that just is available weeks in advance. It's someone that's available maybe within a 12 or 24-hour window as well. The next person would be a virtual assistant, and they can help you with property rental marketing, receiving leads coming in from that marketing, updating availability across websites. So when there's some websites out there that will handle going to Zillow and apartments.com and all the other ones. But someone has to put on those ads, someone has to take them off, someone has to edit those ads. Someone has to respond to any inquiries that come through on that website, on that platform. This is what you can have the virtual assistant do. Possibly receiving repair requests and submitting to handyman and you. So this could be something maybe down the road that you add to their plate. And this is where if they are, hey, there's a plumbing clog at 1A, they send it to the handyman. They probably send it to you as well. So you have an idea of what's going on. And in that way, you're able to kind of keep eye on what's going on with your property. And you can use a different system other than like, say, text messaging or something like this, but something where you have an idea of what's happening and you're able to not be in the middle when an emergency or repair request comes up. They're going to also possibly keep a list of non-urgent repairs. So there's someone has a door handle that's loose or a screen that's ripped. These things aren't emergencies. And that virtual assistant can add that to a document where once you get to a certain estimate in hours, you send that to the handyman and then they come out and spend 5 or 8 hours at your property. Answer phone inquiries from potential tenants. So if there's any kind of questions or anything that's happening, have that all go to the virtual assistant. They're going to help you verify the rentability of property. So if you're looking at buying a property, what can you rent it for? Help you conduct market research. What can you rent properties that you already own? Maybe rents increase in the area and you can increase rents on renewal or with the new tenants. They can help you create a rental appraisal, post new rental listings. They can help you with vendor invoicing, and they can call owners based on leads. So that's another big thing as well that you're going to be doing when you're working with them. Find ways to promote listings. So if you're not getting the traction that you need, maybe you have to look outside the box for promoting listings. That's something that you can use a virtual assistant to do and research. Track rent progression for competing properties. So see what's going on, what neighbors are selling properties for, and see how long those listings stay up for. Update your company's CRM. That's another big one, with new vendors, with new contacts that you have. Research insurance providers. So you need insurance, property insurance for one of your properties. Let them go out and get the bids. They can handle expense management and support. Take care of repetitive tasks, anything that you have that keep on doing every day that can be done virtually. Test new property management software. So if you want to start using a new property management software, have them set it up, have them test it. You can find ways to promote your property management company. So if you do have a property management company and you're offering that to those services to other investors in your area, that's something that you can have the virtual assistant help you with. The next one I would say is a bookkeeper. Bookkeeper is great at recording all deposits and payments, setting up online payments for tenants, and that will really streamline your process and make it much easier at the end of the year when submitting all this information to your accountant. A real estate agent that focuses on rentals, this is very important, handles setting up appointments, collecting leases and application fees, and of course you're going to be the final choice on for the applicant approval, but it could be something where the virtual assistant is verifying everything's fine and then sending the leads to you or directly to the agent, and the agent is setting up those appointments so they can show it. And that agent's going to be paid a straight one-time fee. So it's great. You can be, depending on what kind of relationship you have with the agent, and if their specialty is renting, you probably can get a really good rate on that. So next would be contractors for major repairs and repairs requiring a licensed professional. So for example, you're doing any type of construction project, right? You're renovating decks and you need for electrician or roofing or plumbing or HVAC, you're going to need someone that's licensed. The next one would be an accountant and also a real estate attorney that handles evictions regularly. It's very important. You don't want to be paying litigation attorney pricing when you have an eviction. So what is the role as the owner once all these tasks have been outsourced? Like, what are you going to do once you get all these tasks off your plate? Well, you can write the initial rental listing, the copywriting, right? So all the listings, you can make sure they're done, they look nice, all the copy for them, make sure the pictures are very nice, and you can put this all together in a folder for your VA. Keep track of all your non-urgent repairs and setting up handymen at a few hours of work. Like we talked before, that list could be held with your VA. But it's also something that when it gets to a certain limit, you can then call up on your handyman and say, hey, come out, schedule me for the next 4 to 8 hours, one of these next weeks. And we have a few different things I need taken care of. You can help with collecting rent or setting up online bill pay. So that's going to be something really important. Some apartments, some owners are still going to be collecting payment by, say, money order, which I don't suggest. I suggest to put all that on online bill pay, but that's something that you might have to do in the beginning. Approving new tenants, new applicants. Once the agent that's renting your apartments sends you an applicant on the application, you review it, you can do your background check through your system, and you can review it and then make your decision if it's something that you want to move forward with. You can also have your agent do the background check as well. It just depends on your relationship with them. Engaging attorney when required. So this can be something when someone's not paying and you can look into your software and say, wow, this person's late and I have to start moving forward with different notices or to move forward with an actual eviction. And that's when I should be alerted. And you can do that. Speaking to tenants. So a lot of tenants are going to reach out to you. I would have a lot of potential tenants reach out to the VA and a lot of current tenants reach out to you unless you have gotten your your VA seasoned enough where they can handle speaking to current tenants as well, which is the best situation. And then reviewing the property and any projects. So if there's any projects or any CapEx or any repairs that need to be done in the future, that's when you can start going out and sourcing those bids from other contractors. So I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to rate, review, subscribe, submit comments and potential show topics at globalinvestorspodcast.com. Look forward to 2 more episodes next week. See you then.
Nothing in this episode should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Any investment opportunities mentioned on this podcast are limited to accredited investors. Any investments will only be made with proper disclosure, subscription documentation, and are subject to all applicable laws. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions of guests are their own. Information is not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss. The host is operating on behalf of Syndication Superstars Incorporated exclusively.